Disclaimer: this story is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual events or individuals is coincidental. The characters, places, and events depicted are products of the author's imagination. Viewers' discretion is advised.
This story is called Venganza Ardiente, Fiery Revenge. The old hacienda on Calle del Sol in Mexico stood vacant, its windows boarded up and its doors locked. But the memories of what happened there still linger, a haunting presence that refused to fade. It was a chilly autumn evening when Jimena's world began to unravel. Her husband Rigo was away on a business trip, or so she thought. In reality, Rigo was a womanizer and a drunkard, often spending his nights with other women and his days hungover. He had no qualms about flaunting his infidelities, and Jimena felt like she was living in a constant state of pain and betrayal. Rigo's absence was a constant reminder that she was alone in this struggle, with no one to share the burden. His mother, a cold and calculating woman, delighted in Jimena's misery. She would often call, her voice dripping with venom, criticizing Jimena's parenting and her sons. The words cut deep, and Jimena felt like she was drowning in a sea of despair. One night, Jimena reached her breaking point. The darkness closed in around her and she felt like she was suffocating. In a moment of madness, she decided that the only way to escape the pain was to take her sons with her into the afterlife. She poured gasoline around the house, the smell of it filling her nostrils. As she lit the match, a sense of calm washed over her. This was the end. The flames engulfed the house, consuming everything in their path. Jimena and her sons were trapped, unable to escape. The fire department arrived too late, and the house was reduced to ashes, but the tragedy didn't end there. Rigo returned home to find his family gone, his heart shattered into a million pieces. But his grief was short-lived, as he quickly returned to his old ways, drinking and womanizing with reckless abandon. His mother was consumed by guilt and grief. Her hatred for Jimena transformed into a deep regret. As the days passed, strange things began to happen. Rigo would hear whispers in the night, the sound of children's laughter echoing through the empty halls of his new home. His mother would see Jimena's ghostly figure, her eyes black as coal, watching her with a malevolent gaze. The hauntings grew more intense, the presence of Jimena and her sons making their presence known. Rigo would find strange objects moved around the house, and his mother's favorite armchair would be covered in a fine layer of ash. It became clear that Jimena and her sons had come back to seek revenge. They were trapped between worlds, their spirits fueled by anger and a desire for justice. Rigo and his mother were forced to confront the consequences of their actions, and they were consumed by the very darkness they had helped create. As the hauntings continued, Rigo's grip on reality began to slip. He became paranoid and isolated, unable to escape the feeling that he was being watched. His drinking and womanizing only intensified as he tried to drown out the guilt and shame that haunted him. His mother's health began to decline, her body weakened by the guilt and grief that had been building up for years. In the end, it was not just the ghosts of Jimena and her sons that haunted the house. It was the darkness that had driven Jimena to madness, a darkness that had been nurtured by Rigo's neglect, infidelity, and his mother's cruelty. Rigo's hallucinations escalated, leading to his tragic death by hanging. His mother died after a fall down the stairs, where she landed face first. The hacienda stood vacant, its emptiness a haunting testament to the tragedy that befell it, with memories of neglect and cruelty that would never fade.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. If you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share for more videos.